MP Parm Gill, thank you so much for taking the time to join with me here today via Skype.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
I hope you're keeping well, and I know that Premier Doug Ford did hold an emergency meeting of the legislature today. Can you tell me about that?
Yes, so basically we were there in a very short number compared to our sort of normal complement. About 26 of us were present from, of course, the government side, the official opposition, some of the liberal, a couple of the liberal MPPs, and a couple of independents, including the member for the Green Party. And we passed two pieces of legislation, which were obviously very important. We feel needed to happen. The first one basically is sponsored by Minister McNaughton to allow individuals that either need to isolate themselves or are helping a member of a family to take some time off without having to submit a sick note, and also to give them the confidence that their jobs would be protected, that they would not be fired. The second item was obviously to do with municipal affairs and housing, which I'm the PA to Minister Clark for. And on that item, basically allowing all of our 444 municipalities right across this province and giving them the ability to hold their council meetings without being physically present, because that's the current requirement, and they have to have a 50+1 in order to hold a council meeting, and has to be physically present. So we're giving them the ability to have their council meetings electronically, just kind of what we're doing through Skype now or other telecommunication methods. And it also changing some of the noise bylaws. So some of the municipalities might have a bylaws passed in terms of noise, or what time of the day stores could potentially receive deliveries. So right across the province, we're basically putting measures in place which will allow businesses to either deliver or receive deliveries 24/7, because we feel it's very important for all Ontarians to receive the essential items such as grocery, medication, or other household items. We want to make sure the shelves are stocked and there is enough supply in the grocery stores and other stores that provide essential products to Ontarians. So that's the reason for the second piece of legislation, and I am really proud and honestly really want to thank all of our colleagues from different political parties, because we really came together today and we did this thing. I just wish every legislation could be sort of this cooperative, but everybody showed the willingness to deliver results for all Ontarians, and we were able to do this today.
Well, they definitely sound like very important measures that needed to be passed considering the circumstances. And so I'm happy to hear that as well. And I'm wondering if there's anything else that you wanted to update residents of Milton or Halton with today.
Well, of course, I think all residents are, for the most part, are aware of the state of emergency that the province of Ontario has declared in terms of shutting down all of the public and private schools, daycares, restaurant, bars, movie theaters, and so forth. And it's also important to know what's not shut down. Of course, things like public transit, grocery stores, convenience stores, Service Ontario locations, and also restaurants that either provide takeout or delivery service. So everyone is encouraged to do their best to keep enough distance from one another. At the same time, I would encourage everybody to look out for your family members, look out for your friends, your neighbors, especially the elderly. If they need an item, and if you're able to support them, maybe picking up an item or two from the grocery store, that will obviously help them, and then also helps everybody keep safe. And so far, especially my constituents in Milton, and I think Halton region as a whole and the province, people are doing an amazing job. People understand, and even the governments, the federal, provincial, regional, or municipal, everybody is cooperating. Everybody is working to prevent the spread of this COVID-19, the unfortunate circumstances, the situation that we're in. And I also want to take this opportunity really to thank the frontline healthcare workers and other frontline workers that are putting themselves to an extent in harm's way to help all Ontarians. So thank you once again, and on behalf of my constituents, of course, and I think all Ontarians, they deserve lots of credit.
For sure, and we extend our thanks as well, and we thank you too for doing your part. Thanks for being with us here today.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you for having me.